Hello Aries, and welcome to your in-depth horoscope forecast for the Sun or the Ascendant for January 2022. Welcome to the new year. Now what I'm going to do is give you a broad overview of what you can expect, the big themes of this month, and then please stay with me. I will dive deep to give you in forensic detail what you can expect. Now on the screen now you can see a birth chart wheel, and this shows where all the major planets are positioned in terms of your specific situation. And you have a big cluster in the 10th house, the sign of Capricorn. This is very much about success, ambition, and of course those things don't just have to be about career. We all have different things that we're thinking that we want to achieve each new year. So whatever your resolutions are, the chances are you're going to bring a spark of imagination to them, because the Sun is forging a brilliant angle to Uranus. So innovation is going to be a big part of this month. Also, Neptune and Venus are in a beautiful alliance for the first 12 days. This suggests your instincts are going to be important around relationships. But there is on the 2nd a new moon, and this new moon also embraces that razzle-dazzle of Uranus, so pushing us all to be more open-minded. But there is on the 17th a real helter-skelter full moon in the sign of Cancer, and this is in opposition to Pluto. So if your work-life balance is not quite in kilter at that point, then it may be something you need to address. With Mercury going retrograde, joining up with Venus's retrograde as well, your ruler Mars making its way into Capricorn later this month, there's so much to go for. Now, if you are new to my channel, I'd be honoured if you would subscribe. Please click or tap on the bell notification symbol. And you can order your year ahead forecast for 2022, get your character analysis, get 30% off, and if you're ordering in 2021, what's left of it, you'll get the rest of that year free. If you do order later in January, don't worry, I will send you a full 12 months from the point of the order. And also, if you'd like to get your free daily horoscope fired to your device each morning, I've written these for about 25 years, please see the link beneath this video. So Aries, your January forecast begins with a huge cluster of energy in the sign of Capricorn, which, like you, is a cardinal sign. This is very much about setting our intent in terms of goals and ambitions. It's about taking a little bit more responsibility potentially, or it may be a decision to let go of some responsibility. We are all at different points in our journey. But I do feel that whatever your situation, your desire to manifest what's really important for you is really going to be strengthened as this month begins. And part of that is the fact that with such a big clustering of energy at the turn of the year in the sign of Sagittarius, including your ruler, the midpoint also in Sagittarius, that's the balance of the Sun and the Moon as we turn into the new year, there's a sense that change can be as good as a rest for you. So if you are changing your job or changing your approach, if the impact of COVID has meant that you need to be more flexible about the handling of resources, the Sun's link to Uranus within the new moon of the 2nd gives you a chance over the following month to be very open-minded and innovative in your approach. Now also, as this month begins, of course, we do have that beautiful link between Venus and Neptune, and that's just saying whether it's in love or at work, listen to your instincts. Your gut instincts will guide you beautifully. Now on the 2nd, Mercury makes its way into the sign of Aquarius. Now this is a sign that Mercury's comfortable in. It's exalted in Aquarius. It's also the ruler of the 2nd 10 degrees, the 2nd decan. So here it's asking you to think about your future, but perhaps in a bit more of an idealistic way. Also, Saturn has been in this area for just over a year, since the 17th of December 2020, and maybe you've learnt over that time that some of the people that you used to associate with have perhaps not stood up to some scrutiny. Maybe your values have changed, and you've started to see things in a bit of a different way. Now, Uranus and Saturn are still locked in a right angle broadly as we begin this new month and new year. So that's something that's a theme that's going to continue. But with Mercury going into shadow on the 10th day, and then also going into retrograde on the 14th, there could be some more thinking about who populates the heart of your world, the people that you can really relate to. You may find yourself actually spending a bit more time with people you work with, or getting to know people in a professional context, and there may be some rapports that are developing around those areas for you. Now, there is going to be a big clash between the full moon, which occurs on the 17th, and also the Sun's conjunction with Pluto. That's really going to strengthen your resolve about going for those goals, but also make you more single-minded in your approach. But the moon is in a sensitive location, and it's kind of saying you've got to keep a balance. Just being totally focused on what you want to achieve in the material world needs to be taken in an embrace with how it feels, and making sure that the foundation of your existence is working efficiently. So you're not getting so caught up with work and other responsibilities that you're not taking care of yourself, or not spending enough time with the people who are really important. But on the 20th, the Sun makes its way into the lovely sign of Aquarius, joining up with Mercury, joining up with Saturn. But it's also a transit for you, which can help you just to relax a little bit, I feel, over the following 4 weeks, to remind yourself that it is important to have some hobbies and pursuits and interests. And you've probably, or are probably, going to show an awful lot of single-minded determination at the start of this month. So if your friends are getting in touch and saying, look, can we meet up? This can be a good time to do so. But I say that, but on the 24th, your ruler, Mars, moves into Capricorn. Now, the lovely thing about Mars in Capricorn is it's exalted, so it loves being here. And if you are really focused on success this year, this is a great support to you. On the 29th, Venus goes direct, but the last 2 weeks of this month also sees Venus in a delightful angle to Uranus. Now, that could lead to some surprise opportunities around your work or around income that perhaps you hadn't anticipated might fall for you. In a more romantic context, Venus and Uranus always ask us to keep things fresh when it comes to existing relationships. So if things have got a little bit samey, just be aware that a partner could be feeling a bit grouchy, or perhaps it's you that's feeling that things are far too routine. So the best way to handle Venus and Uranus is to take responsibility ourselves to change things up, not just feel that it's not happening for us and project that frustration elsewhere. But if you are single, again, I do feel the chances of encountering someone through your work or a professional situation can definitely be strong in the second half of this month. So essentially, in January, I think changes in the air, but especially around where you work or your life role or your attitude to responsibility. If you've had enough of it, you may want to let some go. If you're wanting to take on more and climb up the ladder of success, this is a fabulous month for you. But I just feel that you need to take into account the fact that some of your friendships can be in a state of change or flux, or your long-term hopes, and it is important to make sure that the home fires are burning for you. It's been a real pleasure being with you, Aries. Take care, good luck for this new year, and goodbye.